Before I knew I was being manipulated, I had already signed everything. And I don't just mean paperwork. I mean emotionally. I mean physically. I mean financially. I'd spent so many years trying to hold everything together that I stopped noticing how little space there was left for me inside my own life. For years, I thought exhaustion was just part of being a good mom, a good partner, a good person. I thought if I just kept holding everything together long enough, eventually things would balance back out. But they never really did. When we first met, we both worked at the same restaurant. That part always makes me laugh a little now, because later on in one of his affidavits, he describes me as just a waitress. Meanwhile, he was a waiter at the exact same restaurant. The difference is, my life kept moving forward. I eventually became a paralegal, long before he ever started making real money at the mill. But somehow, over the years, the story slowly became that I was the dependent one. And honestly, I think that's one of the hardest parts about long-term imbalance. The person carrying the emotional and physical labor becomes almost invisible while they're doing it, especially when they're good at it. I worked full time while raising our children, and as our son's needs became more significant, so did the amount of care required inside the home. Appointments, school issues, schedules, meltdowns, daily routines, trying to keep peace between everyone. At some point, I stopped building my own future because I was too busy protecting everyone else's. In 2022, we bought the house, and honestly, I loved that house. Not because it was extravagant, it wasn't, but because to me, it represented stability, a fresh start, a home where my children could finally feel settled and safe. I remember sitting at the kitchen table going over mortgage paperwork together and talking about the future like we were finally getting somewhere. At the time, I still believed we were a team. I thought every sacrifice I had made was eventually leading us towards something stable, something permanent, something good. At one point, we discussed how he could qualify for the best mortgage possible if, during the divorce paperwork, I stated that he had zero support obligations. And before anyone judges me for agreeing to that, you have to understand the mindset I was living in at the time. I still thought we were a team. I thought, we're doing this for the kids. We're building stability. This helps all of us. And honestly, when you've spent years